be because of that. There we go. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, and immediately I choke. All right, no, let's start organizing some stuff, right? So my goal today is to minimize this out of my way. But let's go over here. I don't know how long I'm gonna be streaming today. We're probably gonna be a shorter stream. But just because there's stuff I want to do. All right. Let's see this though. I need to start I need to label all this. Even if it's just with some text. Text render. Is editor only actor. And then text is going to be repair shop. Sorry. Okay, cool. World size larger than it is at the moment. And then audio. Hopefully I'm louder than the music. It looks like I should be, maybe. Music likes to be weird. Should be alright. Okay, cool. So it can be white, or at least at the moment it can be. But let's do this. Repair shop. I don't know what building this is. What's the... That's just called Plate or Move It, or that's not correct. This City Hall camera. That needs to be moved. Because this is City Hall. Okay, so that's a nav mesh around it. Got it. So I could have AI in there. Makes sense, makes sense. I'll have to set up like a linker to... or something to transport AI. I guess, if they need it. Yeah. There we go. All these tabs got lost. Alright, it took a second to delete, but let's go here. So repair shop. This is City Hall. Okay, this is store. What do I have marked as store? Because this is bakery. Flower shop. I think it was just this is store, right? That's a random, you know, whatever it will end up being. So, okay, cool. This will be bakery. There. Move goal here. Actually opposite this. And then move goal here. This goal. Ah! I need to... this box overlap. I think it might need to be like this. And then box overlap. Back here. Right? Reverse seat. That's bakery. I need to figure out why this happened. So randomly, it's not always, it's definitely randomly, it won't spawn a character. And I'm not sure why. Oh, cool. That's cool. We broke. Oh, are we in the floor? Oh, interesting. So this is just broken. So what the heck is happening there? Or are we overlapping this box immediately and spawning back but not spawning the camera back? Double check. Okay, so that's what was happening, right? We were hitting that box, but we were still in the transition zone. Got it. I need a bookmark over here. And this needs to be... So... Hello? We need to fix that. So this needs to be disabled by default. Hey, info. How's it going? Hello? Okay, this is just that. I meant to click into the mover. How's it going in here? It's going pretty good. Just trying to not go insane. No, so this we need to shrink for one. But just trying to figuring out what we're doing today. Blocking as in actual blocking. What part are you struggling with? I think we do this, right? We actually put it out the door, but then visually it's just gonna be like a, yeah, like do that, and then like how would you go about it? I mean, not sure. Would you have to would you have the change in animation when blocking be controlled in the blueprint or from the animation blueprint? So that's where what's called come in, right? So montages are what you would call if you're calling it from the blueprint. So a montage is generally a one-off, right? That you blend into and blend out of. And some of this is I would say that's it's somewhat personal preference. But also depends on how you're doing stuff, right? So this could make it where you have to basically redo your whole because like what I not on this system because the system's not done yet, but what I would do is probably have it where, because you can only block if you're standing, right? I would just have another variable that you're feeding into your animation state, which I generally, the way I do that is I normally have like a struct or something set up with all the variables from the player, and I just send that player info over an interface to the animation blueprint when it's created, and then it just listens to that and it grabs that. I can't show you in this one. I'd have to compile my other project. I'm trying to think if I do any animation stuff, and I don't think I do. Not yet, at least. Like, the only thing we do for sure is, like, I have a sprint timer on this player, and then we do, like, I have falling, right? But it would be basically, like, character movement, right? And then the thing that would be hard is whether or not, like, the block is successful or not. See, like, you're... I mean, honestly, this is, like, some of the... So would you do, like, a branch in the animation blueprint to say if blocking and play this blend space? And then... So there's two ways about it, right? We could do something here where you're doing like an additive pose well, there's more than 2 ways about it. There's like 4 ways about it. You could do its own state, where you're saying if it's blocking, do this, because then you can also get on hit, like, or, you know, I imagine there's honestly probably a system or something you can look up, for like fighting. Or some combat. That will go over it for you. Because, like, you could just play a montage or do a random, like, so you can, inside these, you can do random, like a random animation. And then you can have it where from this on hit is another state. But then it's like, there's a lot of variables in fighting games, I guess. I never really got too advanced into animation. And that's why it's like, there's definitely tons of options where it's like, you could endlessly do stuff where it's additive. You can also have it where, like, you enable the ragdoll stuff, so that would be like the, what's it? I can't remember what the state is, but it's like you do the physical something override, and like you give it weight, and then it will do a physical animation, which I imagine is what you actually want. Let's see. Physical animation. Because, like, that's where I know. This is also in the content examples, by the way. Yeah, the content example project. So, like, they show some stuff like this where you do, like, the set all bodies simulate. And then when they're hit, like, they'll do a physical falling, or if it's just a little hit, they can, you know, I think it's hard to find an exact thing because it kind of depends on your own setup. In a lot of ways, where it's like, unless you buy something off the marketplace, how you do it's kind of up to you. You could do it multiple ways. Because, like, to me, on hit would be you're damaged, right? And then on event damage, or whatever, you would then call a montage. You would get the damaged point, so then damage, or what is it? Any event, any damage. Did they finally remove this event? Oh wait, no, I can't do it in here. That's why. Damage, any, right? So, like, on this, if this is how you're like, this is where, to me, it actually depends on the blocking stuff, right? It's like, you would get this. Right now, I'm just trying to get it that when you hold right click, he's holding the sword, like, blocking. Not even, okay. Well, to me, I was more thinking, like, how you implement this, I think, changes how you would implement the blocking, right? But I would just do additive, right? So, like, in here, in the screen that is the right screen, you just do, like, additive. Anytime you, like, change something that's only somewhere, a specific spot, you can do additive, or do a blend space. Blend. And you basically blend the weight of only that arm in. Right. not a blend space, but there's like additive animation stuff like this, right? You can actually see this in, I'm trying to think of where to find an example for you, but yeah, you can do this where you do like what's it? I think it's additive, and then there's another one that is to, I'm trying to think of the name. Blend two. There's one of them where it makes it easier to blend two different operations happening. But for now, I would just do that. And then when you're on blend, you hold it up. It's not additive though. You can do additive animations, but there's another one. I'm trying to think. It's something with like the pose. Because we can save this and then do a component to. It's like local to component. Do a conversion. I don't remember animated nodes. As you can tell, I'm trying to remember. Like, it's something where something happens. But it's where you just blend in that one bone that's changing. And I forgot how you do it. Something where something happens. Previous, yeah, no, 100%. No, sorry, you didn't pay for the premium codes. You gotta buy the premium codes to get access to that. No, UE5 animation blend. There we go. Because I've done it, because I have like a carry animation where I just haven't done it in a while. Isn't it like, you like save the pose out and then you like blend the poses. There we go, layered blend. Layered blend per bone, right? And then here you tell it what bone, if I remember right. No, never mind. But you do like this pose. So like what I was trying to think of is the slot, right? Where you can make it a slot. And then use that again down here. So that would be default slot type of thing. To save the areas. And then you use blend pose to only blend in the like top layer, right? You use the cache is what I was looking for. Cache, right? So you cache that, and then you do another pose with your additive stuff, and then you blend between it when you have when you want to be in defend. But I imagine additive animation would also work, and it probably works the same exact way. I just know of that way because that's in the content example project somewhere in there. Oh hey. Also, oh look at that. Whole time you're answering, I wasn't seeing those. God damn it. Stupid freaking thing. It frustrates me. Oh, no, I did. Okay. Snapshot, save to post. Yeah, yeah. See, you got the premium codes over there. I'm not giving those out, you know. Okay, nav mesh. So nav. That shows you how much I just don't pay attention to. Where'd that nav mesh go? Like, I haven't done any player stuff or. Nope, not modifier bound. Gosh darn it. Nav mesh. Okay, let's see if this one works. I move the layer. We're just outside. Oh. Good thing we can't go on that one. It's the wrong building. Okay, so no on that one. So I'm thinking that's weird because it's still in front of it, like the actual. I think this solution, I just need to. I think I need to disable it when we enter, for one. Okay, because it also looks like it's like hitting it before I even. What's the bounds on the player? Go Milo. Oh, let's spell it correctly. Okay, the bounds aren't that crazy. But what the heck? Oh yeah, you did say more. See, all I'm seeing is the 2 messages of 2 snapshot. You can also use snapshot when you collide with something on a weapon swing to create a sense of impact. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. Just so you know, info. Yeah, you were getting more replies. You just didn't get them. I'm not sure why that does that. Like, I gotta figure out another bot if it's gonna be like this. Like, why does it? It's getting it on the website, on like Restream, but it doesn't get it on Twitch. Maybe it can't post. Oh, did I not mod this? I think I needed to mod it. I forgot it. I think I had taken it. I banned it or whatever the other day because we were some weird things in YouTube chat. I didn't want it to repost. Okay, so go there. I think what I need to do. So I gotta look into how this actually works. Because I forget. We need to, when we teleport the location, request location, we get it from the teleport actor. This teleport actor has to have this disabled, when we teleport. So we need to, we're already getting it, so we need to box overlay. Get overlay. No. We're casting to this, so why can't I get the dang? Okay. Okay, wait. Teleport player is a different thing? Oh, no. That's the... No, it should be right here. How do I get this? What's this? I guess maybe how it's exposed. Because I should see it, Fox. Come on. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Real, if you're still here, it looks like footprint also got it. This doesn't say FP. It's in the voice chat for you. Just yell at me here if you need me. All right. So, hello, please. Close. Come on. All right, please move over. Oh my goodness. Real? I mean, Visual Studio? Yeah, I always see the... Anytime I see that icon in Discord, I'm like, wait, what's happening in the channel? What'd I do? Hello? Sorry, I closed Unreal because of... I was opening up Visual Studio, but now Visual Studio decided, you know what? We're gonna freeze while we open stuff and process files. Also, we got a raid. My goodness. Right when we closed everything. I guess I'll reopen it to show what we were working on. Why, hello there, pumpkins. All of the pumpkins. Oh my goodness, we're getting a pumpkin pie. Anyone that was in here that doesn't follow Pumpkin Days or Momo, go follow them. They were making some delicious bakery stuff, earlier. It was making me want cookies. Haven't seen your project in progress. So this is a project that you've never seen, I don't think. I will open it in a second once this breaks, and then I do the countdown thing. But anyways, thanks for the raid. Hope y'all are good. If anyone is working on game dev or anything like that related, feel free to share your links in chat. And all that. It is allowed. What was I gonna say? I forgot. Oh, I was opening this because for some reason we can't open a variable in here in our teleport player. So I think it's because we have blueprint read only on it. For this, oh, we have nothing on it actually. So this needs to be blueprint, probably read write, right? Never. Yeah, I've moved on to this, and it's terrifying because I don't know what I'm doing, so it makes it great. But the actual project, come over here. I've been working on this since October. It was kind of me just experimenting with the art style that I do. To get something a little more, I wanted to try like, just using like a single palette for everything. So I just compiled the editor, so it's the shaders might need to compile. But it's a top-down game where like your job's gonna be to take care of this town. There's gonna be, you know, random tasks, things like that. But then you'll be able to fast travel all over the place. So I hope at one point it's gonna be like you go to different planets or something. But for now, you'll just be able to use your little rocket ship to fast travel to the different points you find. Particle's not working. That was weird. But yeah, so like this, like I don't know. I kind of missed the part of doing art. And I mean, like, I missed it in general of, like, I just started on, like, my style that I had and, like, more realistic and stylistic art like that. So, like, I never really got into, like, doing the low poly, like, simpler stuff where you have to tell, like, is this prototype for Helldivers 3? No. We did have Fortnite 7, though. But so like I never got into like the doing basic, like this is a simple color, you know, let's see how far we can stretch that. That actually is why I really love the cookie and stuff you were working on, where it's like I need to put my brain more towards that rather than like, okay, I need to make a model for this. Like I've done like trim sheets and stuff like that for like interior buildings and stuff like that, but that's a little more complex. Rather than like this, where it's like, okay, I have this color. How do I convey this with the least amount of like detail I can? So like that's where I started this project. And like I like how it's looking. I'm trying to still experiment with like how much detail I put in. But everything right now uses a single texture that we then just, you know, have fun with. So, but we're slowly putting in little features and stuff. I got to work on AI next, but right now what I'm working on is just getting these set up so that when you go into these buildings, because obviously they're not to scale, and I want the interior to be larger, we're teleporting the player somewhere. Thank you, I appreciate it. So we're teleporting the player somewhere and kind of doing a fixed camera. I don't know if this will stay, but will basically be like, you know, if you've played Zelda, like the 2D ones where like you go in a building and then like there's just, you're really in a void. Where'd our giant void boxes go? So like at the end of the day, we're gonna have like obviously not where we can see everything around it, but we'll be in these buildings like this, minus the floor. Hello. So we're just in space, right? More so than we are now. And it will be all independently lit for each building that way. But yeah, so that's the goal long term. We'll see how it ends up going. But it's been nice to explore and like kind of try something new. So I'm hoping to like make it where originally I was hoping to make like a 2-3 hour game, like a short hike, where there's just a couple things to do. You can adventure. But we'll see what it ends up becoming. Because I like to scope things to insanity. Alright, where were we at? We were here. So, I need to close this back. Because we need to recompile this. Because the editor is insane. But yeah. Anyways. Hope the rest of your stream went great. I understand if you gotta get that after stream. Rest. Thanks for sending your people this way. I won't take care of any of them. I mean, I'll take care of all of them really well. I'm teasing. But yeah, so we just need to compile this. Honestly, I was terrified to do stuff in here, but like at least the simple stuff isn't too bad. And you're Unkin Raid. Hello. Yeah. Hey, Slacker, how's it going? Pumpkin said you streamed as well, I believe, right? Thanks for the follow. I'll have to check it out. I try to listen when people are calling people out and have to. Oh. There you go. I always like to have like game dev and other stuff on, like even just games and stuff in the background, where it's like they be so chill. And it just like I always feel like, oh, they're being productive, I gotta be productive. All right, so that compiled. It didn't fail, so that's a good thing. I want to see if you can make a little bit of time to finish up. Oh, okay, nice. Cool. I saw that Epic just announced a, like, voice to text. It's terrible. You're all good. You should see how I type half the time. Most of the time people gotta reread what I wrote, and I'm just like, hold on, I forgot all the periods. I also changed my thought mid-sentence, deleted half the sentence I had written, and then continued typing because I thought it made sense in my head, but I was trying to keep up with chat. Like, no, like, I'll have to delete the last sentence, or I won't. Yeah. It gets bad sometimes. It's true, but somehow he's still very helpful. Exactly! Oh yeah, I was finishing. I forgot to say, Epic announced like a new game jam, but it's gonna be like a game jam where we all work together, on the same like level. So like it's a collaborative thing. Like I think they called it Project Titan. I want to learn more about it, but it seemed like it could be fun. Okay, so this should now be exposed. Our box overlap. Haha. See, I knew what I was doing. I just needed to add words. Okay, so box overlap, when we move location, should be disabled. Yep, no, feel free. Yep, obviously. Don't put me in charge of the inventory systems. All right, I need you. Like, isn't too soon to joke about structs? I think it is. No, I think it's gonna be awesome. But yeah, thanks for sending your people over. Okay, so box overlap. We want to disable. I always forget collision. I actually kind of like data structures. You can have me in charge of that. Yeah. I always forget what the actual node is called in here. Set collision enabled to no. So what's happening is I have the same asset. I'm just teleporting to the other one, and this one teleports to a specific spot. But then there's a box overlap to leave. And what's happening is we're hitting that overlap sometimes when we're going there. So the player is spawning back, but then the camera's saying, because it hasn't finished calling all of this, so it goes back, spawns backwards, and then changes the camera fast enough that... Can you make them not break, right? I feel so bad. But here, basically, Footprints, their project, they had edited a struct and it exploded. Did you try? I imagine you have. Did you try the migrating the assets that required it to another project? I forgot if you were here when I was asking you to do that. Okay, so do that, and then basically immediately re-enable it. Why, hello there. And then we should be able to enable it just collisions, right? No physics or anything, obviously. I just want to make sure it's query only. Let's see. So close this one. I honestly I'm worried to edit my stuff now. So this one, use camera. I forgot if this is set on here. That's set on the other one. Okay. I made this in a way that should have been easier. I don't even think I set the use camera anymore. Use camera. So use camera would be set over here then, right? You removed all the inventory item actors, which solved the stack overflow. Now you're slowly trying to stitch the project back together. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, that sucks. Okay. Yeah, I was hoping like you could migrate them. Okay, so use camera's not here either. Okay. Whoop. Only just hit the delete button. Or oh, G. I gotta be right back though. I'll be right back. 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay. Where was I? Oh, what is this? Oh, going to YouTube. Comment not showing up on YouTube. Or chat box, I should. Oh, oops. Let's see. Are you missing? Am I missing a comment, or you don't see a comment on YouTube? Comment not showing up on YouTube. Or are you not? You guys here now? Oh, okay. I was gonna say you should see. You should see them both. I think YouTube like defaults to like the top comments, so you might not see them. Yeah, YouTube's weird. That I like co-streaming though, because then YouTube, I mean, there's a little less ads, which I should say Twitch, it's gonna be in 10 minutes. I don't know if technically I'm supposed to mention those things. Oh, I wish there was an easier way to combine chat though. You tried migrating, opening a new project, but from what you figured with the struct broken, it was trying to compile the reference actor. Okay, got you. Yeah, that's dumb. So I was hoping what would happen is if you migrated the assets that required the struct, it would just tell you there was a missing struct. I would say, now this is not a guarantee, but if you do have a struct, Um, I gotta find some random struct, right? So if we had a reference to the struct, I recommend always doing this, right? So I recommend to always break the struct, make the struct, rather than, you know how you can do like here and say split struct pin? This is what tends to corrupt in a blueprint when you change a struct. Oh no, you couldn't see the new. Oh, okay, got you. Yeah. But this is what tends to break it. So I don't know if this is how your workflow was, where you would break a struct, but I recommend it generally. Don't do this. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, it just sucks. I mean, honestly, struct, it's funny. If you literally Google just UV4 or UV5 structs, like, it's just like, why not to use structs in the editor? Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't even blame. It's the editor, 100%. Structs aren't bad. Unreal, just the way that it does specifically blueprint structs, they tend to break, especially if you update them. So, like, if you have a struct that you've established and then you add a variable, it's not as bad as it used to be. Yeah, so it's not as bad as it used to be. It used to be a lot worse. So like for, you know, so it used to be, yeah, I think it's Maytech. It used to be where you couldn't actually, so it used to not create the invalid pin, right? In older versions of the editor. So it would actually just make that blueprint inaccessible. And before that, it was like structs had issues with arrays. Struct had, overall in blueprints, it's had a long history of just breaking. It used to be like, if you had a struct in your project would crash at least once a day. A blueprint struct. Like, now it's better, but it still has weird little things where it's just like, oh, you know what? You actually didn't save it. Or like you saved but didn't hit compile on something, and now we're corrupt. So like that's why most places recommend, obviously, restore from source control if you can. But then it's just like, okay, well, there's cache somewhere that it's still broken and making it break. Yeah, live compiles aren't bad. Anyways, okay, so we got this. This is so gross. I'm gonna, like, all of this is being moved to C++, but like I was doing initially here to just have it working, and then like there's certain stuff I was moving over because I was like, I mean, this doesn't even necessarily need to move over, but probably will. Okay, and then box. Okay, that should at least give us a little less likely of a chance. Into blueprints understanding. Okay, that makes sense. And I think we're gonna do one more thing. So, we're just gonna add another. My issue is I don't code. I think we already have it in here, right? Move goal. Oh. God, can you not? Mouse, please? My mouse scroll wheel was like going up and down. So it was trying to... This will just be the player spawn location. And we'll manually set it rather than it doing based off the pivot point. Because right now I just do it based on the pivot. And then... And we should totally add comments to those to say what they're there for. But you know what? Not today. Because like Pumpkin, making a life sim. Okay. You had to make a day timer and making a blueprint. I'm like, I could have done this in half the space and easier to read. Yeah, so like I started with blueprints. I'm just moving now into like programming and like, you know, C++. I consider blueprints programming. Somehow it's worded terrible, but like for me, my biggest issue besides spelling mistakes, is I can blueprint faster. I do like. So like there's some stuff that I moved over and like so the editor, even though it's quick enough to make like your header file, I do, because I prototype in Blueprint, it's nice to literally just they have like the new header tool. Yeah, I mean, all of those, I worry about all of those things. I work on every project forever. Don't worry. Hey, you know what I do like about code is my variables are no longer called new var1. Okay, I will admit that's how most Blueprint things were for me. That's the one place I did not stay. Yeah, so they have this. If you haven't seen, for me, for like an experienced coder, yes, you don't need it. But for me, when I'm calling like a new, I might call like a variable that I don't necessarily know, like, what type of variable is this? And, you know, how do I call this in, you know, what actual asset is this? Where I know in Blueprint it's this, so like, what's the actual thing? But they have this, and it kind of sets you up with based on your, so like, there's certain things where I'm just like, oh, like, how do I make this? And at least it gets you partly there, right? So like this, you can say, you can tell what class it is, what it's derived from interaction. It has an arrow component, the move to, like, it doesn't fully do it because it's not creating those assets or anything, but it's nice for learning, for anyone interested in that. Like, it at least got me where I'm like, oh, okay, cool, so I can do things like, you know, there's a new bar. Like, that definitely helped me, like, get up to speed faster. Where I was like, oh. Whereas, like, obviously, I think someone that's super experienced, they'll just type it out fast, but I'm a noob. Okay, here we go. So, that's the issue right here, right? So, the camera, I think, is offset a little bit. So, I've been thinking this whole time it's spawning here. This thing's spawning from right here. Because that's 0. So really, we want the player spawn to be here. Then we don't have to worry about any collisions. Right? Our move goal is going to be right in front of it. Because this is like the player walking in the door, right? There you go. Now it should be a little nicer. And then we're not relying on that pivot point. Oh, and I also have to actually change that. I was about to hit play, but I didn't even change to listen to the pivot point. But right now it's just getting the root. But instead I need to get the spawn player. What was it? Oh god. Scroll wheel, please. Get player spawn location. And then we're gonna get do the same thing. Oh wait, I don't need to just use that same one because we're this inverse transform helps you because like it will say we rotate this or something, it's gonna get the relative location, the world location, because then it will actually spin the character. Like say we want the character rotated when they spawn in rather than just this location, which would be easy. Player to camera, request move to location. So where do I move the player? Wait a minute. Is it here? Oh my goodness, it's in the Gosh darn it. I thought that was just a function. I forget half the thing I'm doing. Alright. So we need to set I don't know how to get. How would I get the set location? It's not that. It would be it's definitely So I think I do that because the teleport actor isn't guaranteed to be a. I think I just have an actor reference. This is not just yeah. What the heck? Teleport. Because I let it be any actor, so I don't know if it's that. I'll do this later. It's here for me when I need it. No, we'll update that function later because I'm gonna have to look up how to do this. I mean, I know I can click it and read it, but I'm not doing that right now. So we're gonna get the player, that location, this. Cool. And then we'll just look into that later. Okay. Perfect. That's all we were fixing. So now we shouldn't have collision issues with this. I do need to create. The funny thing is, this is a bakery, or no, this is the repair shop. I was gonna say that would be. Pumpkin's working on the bakery. The bakery's next door. We haven't made it yet. Just 4 walls for now. And then I think this one technically is going to be over here because the door's on the corner. I also saw they added this recently. Let's save first before I open it, just in case. They added more stuff to it, so we now have a struct viewer. No, there's now a system config. And like right now I don't have any fixes, but it will tell you like, hey, this registry is set up where you can't have, you know, long file names, or this is set up, it's slowing your computer down because of this. So it's slowing the editor down. So I really hope that they expand this and like it's lots of fixes we can do. Not that there's tons of fixes, but that you should necessarily do for the editor, but it'll be interesting to see, I feel. Also, I forgot there was an ad on Twitch. Sorry, you guys had it like 6 minutes ago. My bad. I hope it was great. Did we get... What kind of ads are we getting? What did I try to sell you indirectly? For now, we're just gonna keep this visible. Oh no, hidden. Then game was selected, right? I always like to see that. Like, what kind of what are we selling today? What do we um sorry, my brother just got CPU installed. Okay. I have the targeted ad stuff turned off, but I still get Rogaine ads when you watch YouTube. Yeah. No comment. I imagine even though targeted ads are off, they still like get at least like some basic info, or they just automatically anyone gets those ads. I'm thankful that I don't get YouTube ads because I have like I was added to my sister's family plan. But yeah, I know on Twitch I get like all sorts of random stuff where I'm just like, what is this? Like, I don't even know what's happening in these. Okay, so we also need then we have this one set up. I think I'm actually gonna remake this one. We are gonna break. Oh. Also, sorry, I keep moving my mic. I forget that you guys hear it. You guys might not, but. Okay, hair shop. Gonna be the flower shop. Not sure what is funny. Oh, I'm sorry for laughing. No, that is honestly pretty funny to get both sides of this, like, this both ad types. Like, we don't know what you want. I'm copying it just so I get these defaults, right? We need to add stuff like small like entrance carpet. I think I want to do like so this is where I'm tempted to keep the other camera where we don't fade to this one for some buildings. I like the idea, but then I think for me it's like gonna be figuring out how to do like a how to do like an entryway, right? Like I want it to be somewhat like the where we do like a depth fade or something. Like but that doesn't really work. Context for anyone in chat. Yeah, I guess they need some context. I'll just leave them hanging. But I was thinking something like this. Oh, and then let's duplicate. Oh, I don't have a color. Wait, I do. Oh, it was. I was like, that confused me for a minute there. Oh, my headphones died. But y'all know what I mean, like a glowy bit at the bottom. We might just do like a actual, like, instead of depth fade, it should be like a actual. Oh, man. I've been muted for a while then. No. Oh, Fur, I just said such heartwarming things about how much I appreciated you subscribing that long. Like, it really means a lot. But my headphones had died, so I think it reset my microphone to a different mic. But I really do appreciate you still being around after 50 months. That's insane. And sorry, Spooky, I was actually telling you what the game was about. My bad. And then I was trying to say, if you do any game dev or anything like that, let me know. Feel free to post. That's why I gotta put the camera up. I gotta put that back on, because if you guys see me talking, then you'll know I'm muted, but I just didn't feel like it today. Because it fell off my monitor, so I have to, like, go behind my desk and grab it back. But no, I was trying to say to Spooky, I am not interested in anyone right now, but if you let me know what you can do, I'll keep you in mind. And then if you have any work you want to show off or anything like that, feel free. I don't know if YouTube allows links in chat, because I've not been streaming to both that long. But if it does, feel free to post stuff. If not, you can join the Discord. If I can find the YouTube link. There's so many. Yeah, feel free. And then I was trying to say, if there is anything in here that you're curious about how I made it or anything like that, I think that link should work, hopefully. If not, the Discord link should be in the description. Let me know. I'm still new with the YouTube side of stuff. It didn't. What the heck? Son of a biscuit. Stream Elements. Oh, Stream Elements linked it up there a minute ago. I'll copy and paste it for you, though. But if there is anything on stream, I've made everything in this game for the most part on stream. But if there is anything in the game you see or any questions like that about Unreal, that's why I stream. Is to answer stuff, so feel free to at any time ask. But yeah, alright, so we got this going. What was the thing I was fixing? I forgot because of the microphone thing. I need a way. So basically my headphones, I have SteelSeries headphones, and they route the microphone. Now I'm worried that I'm like too loud, but I think this then does compressor stuff to it. But they route the microphone and everything else through here. What happens is when my headset dies or anything like that, it goes back to the default. And for some reason, when I turn on my headset, it doesn't happen every time. But this will go to like the headphone microphone, even though I have it set up to do this as the default. And there's no button. And I could have it where OBS goes just to the microphone, but I set it up to this because this sounded better. Because I could do a little bit of like equalization on it without having to install plugins. And maybe I just got to go back to you guys getting the straight mic input, because I don't want that to reset and not be the right mic. Anyways, yeah, let's but yeah, anything you got questions about, feel free. I like answering stuff. We were just answering stuff a minute ago. And then let's see this. Let's go. We're doing something with the camera, right? This needs to go back to camera. There's a setting. I think it's this one. No, it's use camera, right? which means that when this spawns, right, we're gonna go boom, and then it's gonna warp into our camera that follows us. Ta-da! I need to set that up. I mean, I was just talking about this. I need to set it where I need to set it up so that all of this isn't listed. I guess you guys missed all of this, huh? I was trying to say I like obviously I've been doing all my classes in C++ as like the base class for everything. But I need to learn how to make it where I can hide the settings, because when you make a class, and I know it's literally like I'm missing one like meta something or whatever to hide all of this information. But by default, like Blueprint hides some of this stuff. Like these, right? But these classes don't. So it just makes it where you have these long lists of stuff. And then I also would like to add a section where my variables go, because I know that's a thing you can do. But also, like this, right? Like, not all the variables are showing up here. So I need to either put them all into default or figure something out. And that's something that I haven't spent time to, like, I think because this is under teleport actor, it doesn't, or teleport player, it doesn't show up. And it sucks. So, anyways, we got that done. We're probably gonna, let's start, like, putting these assets in here. So this is the actual, oh, we reverted it. It says flower shop again. I was like, something seems off. Bakery, okay. Flower shop, and then this is gonna be like the main. What? I don't even know what. That's the second floor. BP location marker. Oh yeah, I forgot we have the location markers. That's gonna be to. That's gonna be for later. Oh. So the location marker says where we're at. Also, the music might be loud. I don't know. Music volume seems okay. Okay, I always worry because, like, for me, like, when that app resets, it resets, like, I have, like, an independent volume slider on my head. So I'm never sure, like, what the actual, like, Windows, if you don't know, Windows fakes your volume. Okay? Shocker. Surprise. In, like, percentages. So, like, when you have, like, both a percent here, you know, like, my actual Windows volume's low, and then here, this volume is all the way down, but blasting in my head. Even though Windows is set to like 10. My headphones are then set higher. And I'm like, I don't know where anything is. And then obviously like OBS has its own stuff for bringing stuff in. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, I think this is definitely something we'll have to do. We'll make this actually out of like a blockout material too. Let's make a little desk. I feel like modeling something. We're gonna get all of the things in today's stream. This clamps are scaled by, right? Well, that's exactly like, yeah. And then, but it's hard because then you also don't know the device that it's going into, if it's powered or not. Like, so I understand why it's percentage, but then it's like, some things it's low, some things it's high. It's weird. My microphone's like that too, where it's like, I have, like other people say they don't need to boost this mic, and then I do, even though I scream. I don't scream. I just have a loud voice, right? Where like my mixer is like, I don't want to set the gain even higher, but I'd have to like raise it by like 5+ decibels for it to be audible. But then it also makes me sound not as well, and I don't know. It's all over the place. Oh yeah, I made a cutting board. But it's not in props. Bakery props. Oh. This is like bakery building. Let's go like that. Yeah. These can be bakery building. And these are the props. I think I might actually especially after looking at, so like Pumpkin Days rated, and she was working on bakery stuff too. And it's like, it looks so dang good. Like, by that I mean literally delicious. Where I'm like, I want some cookies. I might end up not doing just a single texture on them. And we might actually texture stuff just so that we can get some nicer looking stuff. And thank you, Spooky. I'm trying to find it again. There we go. Blender. I said I was doing a counter. So I'm thinking like a donut shop counter. We probably should actually look this up instead of randomly doing it. So there's gonna be guessed a little bit at first, but everything's based off of 1 meter in this game, so this should probably be enough. Because we're just gonna do a short counter, and then on the side we'll do display counters. What's gonna change is how high this is. I was trying to fix the keep trying to show me I have a recipe for homemade Cheez-Its up. You keep going to that tab instead. I think it's time to make Cheez-Its. Alright, so we'll do like a simple... These percentages will probably change. Send you some information about yourself. Read whenever you got time. Okay. Sounds good. All right. My scroll wheel is like acting up right now. All right. I love that they added this dissolve because it's more like 3ds Max now. But it always, I wish they would solve this where it just automatically knew make, and that's something obviously I could have modeled that differently where I actually, there's 2 here, right? Yeah, I'm gonna say. Like, I could have modeled this differently where I just extruded the top out instead, but of course I didn't. Please scroll out. Yeah, I'll check that out. And then here. So I'm thinking just a typical little diner looking, you know, pay counter. Maybe a little exaggerated. This is part of where, like, trying to do the stylization that I've been doing, right? This is part of me trying to figure out what the best approach is. I probably should do like a so I was thinking we could probably do like a stripe or something here, and I'm wondering if that's something we do here or we do it on the like do a separate texture. But I think I'm gonna keep this texture as much as I can, and then let's do this. Let's go. So this is gonna have like a little teeny. I guess it doesn't even necessarily need a thing, but I was gonna say let's like extrude it a little bit, but I'm thinking no. So we got that. So here, this scroll wheel thing is gonna become an issue. And by that, I mean it's already been an issue and it's getting on my nerves. Let's do something light. Lightens up in Unreal. And then the rest. For now, we'll just do like a wood. Right, and then yeah, see, I wanted like a. This is where like adding a little bit of detail can come in handy. So let's go here and here. Make it rounded. And then what we can do is, I'm trying to think. Let's actually see this in Unreal as well. So static mesh underscore bakery. Will this be counter? Because this can be both the front counter and the back counter type of thing. Where I just tile it up for the back. And maybe it's something I... let's go... Hello, please. So building... No, that's not my... Project's my building. So I have an interior props. but let's go. I guess it could be. What I was thinking though is let's do this metal on the bottom. So add another class. And then do that. And now we should also change the pivot point. It's dumb. Yes, oh, that's good. Yes. Yeah. I got you. I got you. Didn't we put it right here? Oh, that good. Did I hit the wrong button somewhere? Oh, it's building interior props. Okay. I'm gonna be in a different spot. Building. Yeah, we are. Interior props. Oh. Alright, so. Whoa. Scroll speed. Turn down a little bit. Yeah, I think we're on the same mindset right there. All right. So, and metal. Okay, so this metal is a little. Yeah, so I do think the extruding it will help. Gosh darn it. Extruding will help for sure. I think overall size a little too large. That's what I was thinking. I need to actually just import the character in there so I remember. And then from there, because I forget that everything's smaller than I think. Extrude. Place. And then we probably could go with a darker color. Or do like almost be like maybe gold, which would be this. That might be a little too much. Bit inward? No, I don't think it should be inward because I mean I might try. But if this was, I mean, I guess some have like that, right, where it goes like another inward one like that. That's a little inward. At like the bottom. I kind of like that. I was thinking of actual like paneling around it, but because I guess they do, like they would stand alone, right? No, I understood what you were saying. I was just trying, and I kind of agree. I'm just playing around, trying to. I should probably look at actual. Of course, it's not gonna go in. Looks so good for how low poly it is. Cause Actually, never really thought of it being. Thank you. I mean, honestly, what it ends up being is like. So that's what I was talking about earlier. I don't know if you had made it in yet. Like, so this style in itself is new to me. I don't normally do like low poly stuff. Or at least this, like, where we're just using a color, right? So like, all this is actually just the color, like the gradient, the palette swatch, right? And then like I add this little noise to it in the editor, just so that it's not completely blank and it keeps me sane. But then so like it's been me trying to focus on like shapes and stuff and like learning, and I think this is where we take a little bit of learning from like Fortnite stuff, right? And like the if you guys haven't listened to like the GDC talk on either Fortnite or CSEs, I always recommend it. Is like, because we're doing stylized, we don't need to do realistic, and therefore we should add a little bit of I forgot the word they termed, but basically it's like you want to add a little bit of wonkiness to it, but we want to like have a specific amount of wonkiness to everything, where it's not overly done, so that everything still blends together, right? I hate the new Blender smoothing system, and by that I mean it's not finished yet, and I forgive them. But at the same time, it is killing me. Okay, so we need to set this to a hard edge. This will be a hard edge. Nope. Yeah, mark sharp. Okay, good. Sharp. Please zoom in. Please zoom in. Basically, if you don't have everything marked sharp, it just tries to blend everything together. Or it tries to do it based on angle, but it's not an angle you can set anymore. So it gets a little more. Not that that's normal. Is this not that does not look marked sharp. Oh, keep sharp, duh. There it is. I was like, there's something wrong with this. Mark sharp. Cool. It's a little better. What the? It's like not respecting this or something. I guess we can. I'm not gonna mess with this for now. We'll keep what we had. Basically, I wanted these smooth. Smooth by angle. Hopefully it works. There we go. It wasn't smoothing it before. Yeah, see, like this here would be fine. It shouldn't need to be. Stop, please, scroll wheel. So clear, sharp. There we go. Okay. And then other than that, I think the things I would want on this are like, so one thing we did, right? So kind of what I did with the cutting board, is for any other textures, we'll just kind of do a mesh decal setup, right? So like if we want wood grain, we just do this, right? to add that detail. And then and then obviously we can still use decals and other meshes and stuff if we want. That's too much. There needs to be I need to do like a vertex. I need to for these specifically, I need to set it up so that instead of just doing floating geometry, I also in the material like vertex paint them red or something, so I can then in the material offset by the camera distance, so that they're not like inside Z fighting all the time. But either way, now that we got that working, so we just go like that. Align. Right, and now we just got a little bit of detail in there. Pop. So select. Right. By the way, do you have a normal job as well, or do you do this as a hobby thing? This is my job. At least right now it is. I'm looking for full-time work, but I do this. I try to freelance, but streaming at the moment is my job. Or not streaming, but game dev. So I try to stream it to make additional income, and then thankfully, come on. So like, I don't make as much as I used to, and like, so I started with like mobile games and stuff like this. This has been not necessarily my main thing for a while, but like at least 10 years I've been doing game dev and stuff, where either freelancing, helping others, or stuff where something like this. I like that. Probably do the size and stuff. Mobile games and Unreal. So I started with Construct 2, actually. So I did 2D games, but I do have mobile games in Unreal. We can open up. And that's why I'm trying to get this project released. Because I haven't made a mobile game in forever, so like 3 of them have been delisted when I really should have been updating them. There's a couple thousand people played still. But I've actually made 2 mobile games in Unreal. The first one is Galaxy Rush 2, which is the sequel to my first 2D game. If I can find on the store, because it's basically the only thing I have left. Can't update snap data. Your icon does not meet the new. Okay, I literally need to update my icon, and this game can be re-released. But so like I have this game. It's all simple like mobile stuff, right? Where like this was a endless runner, where you just collected these gems and to collect. Like it doesn't look terrible for Unreal. I honestly doing that now, I could probably do this so much better. I had no idea what I was doing back then. And then I also made a game called All Lava, which I honestly should have released on the Windows version as well. But this is also with Unreal. You just survive for as long as possible. the first version of the Milo for 2D, for 3D. Also, super solid tip. Avoid stuff. I honestly loved making these jokes. That felt so good. Like, tip number 1, lava's hot. I had made an update for this, but I never released it because the game got delisted, and I'm so bad at getting distracted. And then, oh, I forgot I was going to show my 2D game as well, but I already closed it. But I started with a 2D game called Galactic Miner, which was supposed to be like you were this mining person, Milo. And then like you went on adventures. I think that would be fun to do. It was kind of like funny thing is it was the same mechanics as Mario Run or whatever. Mario. Yeah. I did. That's what I was saying is like that's where I had made good money on that for a while. But I stopped updating them, so they stopped making any money because they got delisted for the most part. But they ran ads in them, and then I had one that was like you could buy the version with no ads for each one. And then I think for me the hardest part is like maintaining a project like that, where I always just want to keep working on it and then continually working on something else, where I just kind of tend to drop it off. And I was trying to get into 3D like computer stuff, but I would say indie games are still profitable nowadays. The hardest part is it's a larger audience, right? So like I see this all the time where people are all doom and gloom because oh no, see, they added 500,000 games today. And like what people got to realize is like a good indie game is still a good indie game. Yes, some don't make it as far as they should. Because of honestly a lot of the time stupid mistakes. I have a friend that she Starlight Sky, she doesn't stream anymore, but does marketing for games, right? And it honestly, like, I'm so grateful to have met her because I've met so many other game developers, but also then like introduced other indie like PR people, indie marketing people, right? And like the biggest mistake I see made for most of those indie games that are trash, they know they're trash. They're just copy paste. I get emails about them 10 times a day, right? $20. How can if I give you $500 for your game, can we asset flip it? Right? And like, so they're just asset flips, a lot of those games. But then a lot of them also, a big mistake a lot of indies make is they don't talk about their game. Right? And I think, so like Pirate Software, he's been killing it on YouTube Shorts. Just got a Stream Award. Shout out to Thor and on the ferrets and the goblins over there. I praise them every single time because it's like he's proof right there. Like the market's not oversaturated. We're just doing it wrong, right? And if you guys don't follow Pirate Software, go follow Pirate Software. Over here on Twitch. I don't know how to shout out on YouTube. But if you've seen, he does a really great job at explaining this, and that's why I'm bringing it up. Is like, a lot of it comes down to marketing, but it also like it's not always about money. But it's like if you do what you're passionate about and make something great, like other people will love it. There is someone somewhere. You just have to find them. But it's more about like the important part of making a game is making it. Like make it, build what you want, make it good. Yeah, it's insanity And he went up from like 20,000 to 1.4 million in a matter of like 4 months this year. So he was just at the Stream Awards, all sorts of cool stuff. But he has a website specifically that I recommend everyone to go to if you're interested in making games. Which is, isn't it develop .games. And like there's definitely stuff on there where it's like, but like a skill required is marketing, and that's why I'm bringing it up. It's like he has a whole entire page on financing, marketing, launching your game. The biggest mistake that little indies make is like, oh hey, made my game, launching it right now, it's done. And I hate to break it to you, like, you're not Eminem. You can't shadow drop an album and 1 million people are gonna play it, right? Your game in this case, obviously. For us, you know, like, if Taylor Swift releases an album today, there's gonna be freaking 5 million sales immediately, right? GTA, Rockstar, if they're like, you know what, here's GTA 6, 10 million sales immediately. Game blogs, that's something I gotta start doing, and I think it would be really important. Your mother tongue isn't English, so you're shy to start and worry about it. Well, so that's where I would say the nice thing about YouTube is that it's international. You can make videos in English, but you can also have it translated. Or make sure that you have subtitles on. 80% of people watch things with subtitles, right? Exactly. And that's what my point was like, if your game is good and isn't just some flip, and even if it is, you just have realistic, you got to put it realistic expectations for that, right? Like if it's a game you made in a week, yes, it could sell 1 million, but it might not. And then like the nice thing about having the internet is like exactly like what I'm saying, right? Like you can find popular streamers, and besides popular streamers, you can also find this, like, the way that a popular streamer works, right, is they find someone that's smaller than them playing a new game. They're hearing buzz about it. They start playing it. And it goes on and on and on until those streamers that are, 30 viewers, things like that. But it's like, if you're not publicly out there and available, being like, hey, I'm developing this, follow this, do this, right? Like, hey, yo, I'm on YouTube. Twitch people, go subscribe to me over there. I need watch hours. No, but if you're not actively doing stuff, like, it won't automatically happen, right? And that's why I like streaming. Marketing, but also like, I get to meet people. I get to, there's tons of stuff going on just by streaming, where it's like we're getting stuff done. I know I like watching other people work. Some people like watching me work because they're crazy. It's actually, whoa, okay. There's a bunch of YouTubers. Yeah, exactly. There's indie specific, like you're making a puzzle game. You gotta find the puzzle YouTuber, right? There's someone out there. We rated Sharvana yesterday, right? She's the mystery streamer on Twitch. Like, if I was making a mystery game, guess who's getting a copy of that game? You wanted to make a coffee shop game in Unreal and would love to own your own one day IRL. That is awesome. Honestly, like, that's where, like, I would be very similar because I want to run a pizza truck, and I think it would be great. It was an idea I actually had a while ago with someone where we joked around, like, that we had a bakery and that it was, like, it was ran by a dragon. And like we had joked around about making it because it would be really great not to be like the cooking part of it, but to be the warehouse of it. Also, we're making a shop right now. So I'm not actually seeing those. I might not have imported them, or they're in the mesh. Yeah, so we need to. I always need to make sure. This is what Blender is terrible at, and it was really my fault, but I still gonna blame Blender. Is this right? So our faces are backwards. Also that one is too high, I think, because we have to play to the camera. I probably should honestly make a add to this a template type of thing. Oh, what the heck? I had these selected. I should add to this though, like something to make get the camera angle right. Like I should guesstimate it, right? So that we could use that to play to the camera more. So like these I think should be lower. Alright, cool. But yeah, like we're not gonna see that head on, right? We're gonna play to this. It looks like I didn't have to lower them as much. And then the top is this gray color. So that's cool. I think we could make this slightly smaller. Or do like the Zelda thing and kind of tilt shift it so that we could tell more of the detail that's actually here. By the way, by the Zelda thing, I mean like yeah, so you can really decide if it's fun to work on. I mean, a prototype could be made in a day. Doesn't have to be in Unreal. I know. See, but I do art first. And by that, I don't necessarily mean that, like, I mean exactly what we're doing right now, right? We are working on this instead of working on the functionality of what the thing's for, right? And bad marketing. There's this gem of a plugin for UVs. What are you using? I use, like Zen. UV or the other one. And by play to the camera, what I meant is like, so like this, right? This is straight because of the way that we normally see perspective. But we could do this. We add a little bit of tilt. And then we see more of the actual detail that's happening. Right? Because we're playing to this. We're not playing to... Because then we see this angle a little more, this front. Right? We see the changes that are happening. So yeah, UV factor's nice. Oh. Ba, 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 ba. Alright. Safe. I need to turn down the stream elements on YouTube. Speaking of that, did you link the gem of a plugin, or did I guess it? Or did you do a link and I can't see it? But yeah, let's try that out. But see, I'm bad at this, right? So this is where I was like, I was actually enjoying watching Pumpkin earlier. I know her name, but I say Pumpkin because that's how people know her stream name, so that you guys can check her out. But they were doing like donuts earlier, and like it was just rapid. Let's do it. It's done. Don't go back over it. And it's like, I need to learn how to work like that. Instead, I'm like, oh, I could do this. I could do no. No. Just boom, done. Boom, done. Boom, done. There we go. Perfect. Ship it. Let's go. This can be back here. Food counters or something. I don't know. I think I need to change the color here, and then we're getting a shadow because we have virtual shadows on right now. Anyways, cool. So use that same scale then for open display. Okay, let's go here. Oh, I keep forgetting that the 3D thing's up there. It's probably like something around there, and then do a yellow. I guess we gotta decide what kind of thing we want. I think like that, and then have it where the that, and then on the side, no glass on the side, no sides. That's how it would be, but we're not gonna do that because we can do glass on top. And then so the glass, we'll say this, we'll say this, and then we're actually just going to delete the tops because we're going to remake it. And then, oh my god, this, not having a scroll wheel in Blender is torture. Just so you know, if you can't tell already. You know what? I'm also just gonna bop. Which platform? Oh my. Hey, thanks for the bit. In my head, I'm just thinking of puns like, I appreciate that a bit. It's only one because me broke. I understand that. Don't worry. No, any sport like that helps, obviously, and I appreciate it. I really do. And just being willing to give bits or anything like that is obviously, it means a lot. Let's see. Just being here, honestly. I appreciate it. Why, hello there. Those are your...
These are my last TV.
Thanks for giving your 2 cents on that matter. Nice. Yeah, the way I support streamers is by bits as well, obviously. I quite literally just do, like, I'm signed up for, like, the Twitch does surveys, and I just do surveys, and that is how I, like, that's how I get my bit money to give to people. They have a website, twitchrpg.com, or not .com, just type in Twitch. I think it's Twitch RPG. Yeah, RPG Twitch TV. You sign in with your Twitch. It's their research group. It's literally like a 2-minute ad, and you get 100 bits, 500 bits, depending on what you do. Yep. So I literally just do those, and that's how I get bits and stuff to streamers. Like, it takes a couple weeks, and then I'll be like, here you go, I got 500 bits. And I think most streamers, like, they'd rather, like, I'm not here to be like, hey, give me money. Like, anything like that obviously helps, and I appreciate it, but it's like, I like just that people show up. I'm always surprised. I'm like, wait. And, like, for me, it sounds weird if you don't stream, but, like, having people in stream talking gives me the energy to keep talking, where if I'm streaming and no one's talking, I just go into focus mode, and honestly, it would be like I'm not streaming, right? So I end up going, like, I get tired, and I'm just like, I'm gonna go take a nap. Like, I also stream at a terrible time for me, where it's like, this normally is like when I just go like, I'm gonna take a nap because I go to the gym and in the morning, and then end up coming home, and I'm just like, I got nothing to do. It's nap time. Sorry, we're looking at it like this because I'm trying to in my head delete where this would be, right? So these ones I actually didn't have to cut up. We'll dissolve those edges and then do like a figure that out. Oh. But yeah, I like having the options of like now that Twitch allows us to stream on YouTube and Twitch, kind of like trying to be comfortable at my desk and failing, very, very much failing. I have a weird habit of like putting my legs on my desk. Oh god, no! I also have the weird habit of staying in UV mode, even though I don't need UVs at the moment. It's nice when I finally want to finish a model, but terrible habit to keep. Okay, so we got that. Now we need... Yeah, we'll probably kind of just do this, right? Let's go boom, boom, boom. We're keeping this mainly so that we can... Oh. what we're gonna do is something like this, where we say, hey, mix extrude Y, and then there we go. Cool. So now we can do glass. We'll just do like an open back, or maybe like some kind of material on the back there, and then determine how many shells we need. Probably gonna be like 2 or 3. We want to play to the closer to the camera. Put those open. Leave face, and then here. Nice. Oh, what's happening here? Oh. Alright, so let's set that up to mirror. Let's go to the right thing for mirror. Oh, let's do this. No. I'm using source build. It's similar enough though. Minus the things that are broken. No, I understood what you meant. And I meant Unreal as well. I'm technically using 5.5. It's not actually 5.5. It's just they changed the source from on UE5's main. Because, well, so like why, hello there. Thank you for the resub. Hey, we got both our old people resubbing today. 60 months. And I still haven't given you a game. Damn it. Burr, I was all happy about it. I was like, oh, thank you so much for supporting me for 50 months. It means so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. You resubscribe and I go, damn it, I know what he's about to say. It's like he knows. It's like I think it's been too long. But no, that's awesome. I saw you comment on the Call of Duty. Hopefully everything's good. I don't know what you were running on before, so I believe that's better. Okay, so this is gonna be the window. But yeah, so like the source build, if you don't know. Oh, okay, cool. That's what I thought. I was like, I'm pretty sure you're getting more. Because I know you had dips when like the action and stuff was happening. That's the biggest issue. Alright, so let's go. We need another one. And then, right? See, it's like, if anyone should have been being like, oh, hit markers, oh, this, it should have been you. Instead, we had, Mr. Potato being like, I mean, it's funny. His name's Potato. He ain't run on a potato. Playing with a handicap. Exactly. What game? Call of Duty. Which version? The newest. He was playing. He just had some issues. Modern Warfare. Yeah, I like how I could not say Warfare. It came out in a completely different word. Both these I need to select, unwrap, and then I forgot what I was saying also. Oh, dang it. No, select that, unwrap. You making a deli refrigerator? Yeah, restrict the cakes. Because we're finishing the interior of a bakery. Food case. Yeah, because I'm here to sell you donuts. Oh, this seems so tiny compared to the space we're in. Whoa, whoa. Gosh, my freaking scroll wheel, man. I'm not moving it, but I'm moving. Okay, so yeah, we'll need to fix that. And then we'll figure this out. So that would be gradient. And then window. That's not the correct window. Glass, maybe? That's the outside window. Things don't need to be. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's some overlap there. Yeah, it's stuff we can sell like hot bread. Maybe take those away. Maybe just have shelves. I don't know if I like it, especially with the camera angle. I mean, I'll be like, I guess we can lower the opacity more. Oh. Oh, come on. Roll wheel. We can lower this even further. Or maybe just imply it and have like the corners be dusty. Better. Does that not change at all? I mean, obviously the lighting in here is not greatest either, but feel like that's not changed. Yeah, well, I think I'll have to look at like deli designs and look at like actual like placement of this and do like a different. Maybe we just place it on the counter. They just got tons of cake waiting for you. I mean, that's better, but even lower. Also, this being not a material instance is stupid. Oh, why? Hello there. I forgot how to do this. Why is it 500 seconds? The one thing that's not on my little shortcut thing. Also, timeout. I forgot if that's you get to pick someone to timeout. No, it isn't. You might get timed out for like 300 hours. I don't know. Just wait. Good. Oh. Well, there's one way to learn what the reward does. I realized, like, I used to have, like, the mod icons on, so I could be like, timeout this long, but now they only have, like, timeout 1 second, 10 minutes, or... I wonder if I did 1 minute before. It's been so long since someone redeemed that. Let's see. Also, someone followed or something, or no, I timed myself out and that's the alert, right? Yes, it is, I think. I can't tell. I forgot what the YouTube side of things does. And I can't hear these things. Or see them because I have the playback on like nothing. It's really loud, the alert though, in your opinion? Interesting. I can't actually hear it. So I will turn that down. Because it makes no difference to me. Because the music is like 10 times louder for me. Also, that's just cheating right there. You worked around the system. Yeah. You discovered the flaw. I think I'm gonna do it where multi-stream loophole, yeah. Those were designed in the days of one stream. Alright. Bop, bop. No. No. Cute. Please. Oh my goodness. Like that better. If we're gonna already be here. That would be an open design. Take these ones. Oh. Come on. Bliss. Nice. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I had to ban the first person on YouTube the other day. And I was like, I don't know how to do this. It was pretty great. better, right? Maybe? I feel like I messed something up. There's some space-time. Got something weird going on. No, not to that corner. Oh, that's tied to that corner. Okay. Oh, this should be back here anyway. I mean, it doesn't matter that much. We're gonna fix that. I'm gonna fix that, and by that I mean I'm never gonna look at that again. And then we're gonna slider. Guess we just need a smaller. We just need a smaller bench. Also, did I put Barkery? I keep doing this where I put 2 R's. So it might just be a bakery for dogs. It's gonna be the Barkery. We're gonna have to give it's gonna be all the shops are just gonna be for a dog that you find. You just somehow are on Dog Island, and it's just dogs all around. Oh, I forgot to fix the one issue I actually went into Blender for, which is fixing this. We need to put clipping on, because then where it overlaps, it won't be all funky. There we go. Now, we probably should do that same bottom design as well, the treatment for the bottom. Which means this probably should honestly go up a little more. And let's measure this to be the same. And then did this. Oh, that's still, but it's smaller. Okay. Place. We're gonna have to have like independent lighting in here. I think we just have a bakery window. Like move this to the back. Overall, this feels like a large space already, though. So maybe let's make it more directed. Right, think about make it more like where the player knows exactly what's supposed to be happening. We're also gonna be from back here, right? Like, honestly, we probably could. Like, let's make one part an entrance. I get. Do like a. I don't like that. Unless it's like. I don't know. There's something weird about this. I'm not feeling it. I mean, it looks nice from here. That's what I gotta think about, right? That's not terrible. I think I just need to... Maybe we put a thing here for the back that wraps to that, and then here we just do a door. So so that we don't have to model anything else. And then once the tables and stuff are in here, this actually feels pretty compact. Like if this was the fixed camera, or this was the fixed camera, I should say. Sorry, yawning. This isn't that bad. Now the big thing's gonna be like decorating. I think, like, so interiors, I think will get their own. I'll be back over here. I think interiors will get their own, like, I think, like, I'm thinking, like, wallpaper. But, like, also, like, I'm thinking, like, the, like, I don't know, these places also, a lot of the time, have, like, posters or stuff. I think this would have a chalkboard with the menu items. So, like, that's gonna be a unique texture. Because I'm not following strictly that, oh, I can only use this one texture. It's more, for most items, I'm trying to use that one material so that I don't have to have so many materials. It'll save us, like, memory and stuff in the long run. But I think it wouldn't be bad to have, like, a poster, things like that. And this can all be unloaded as well. Yeah, and I think once this is lit properly, it will look a little nicer. I think I'm just being too judgy of it right now. Do like a little cash register top of there. This is the what's this? And then like the bakery, not barkery. It's because my left hand knows I'm gonna hit the ER, so it goes over there to I forgot what I called this. What are these? There's a food case. I couldn't think of the word case. Bakery food case. Here. I know I changed the scale, but still. Do a basic, please zoom in. Please. So we're just breaking down the basic shape, right? Like, I'm not trying to model this at the moment, because this is something that for sure will have its own little texture for the keys or something, because I'm like that. Honestly, I'm not using special material or anything. So feel free. All it is literally the flat shading, right? So I don't have any roughness or anything like that. So I'm using that same, you can see it this whole time. We're just using a UV, right? I mean, we're just using this gradient that I've just slowly added colors to. And then all I have for this, the only things that change are a couple things. There's no normal maps. is I have roughness set to 1 by default, but I do have that exposed because this sometimes is metal, so I don't bypass the roughness path anymore. This literally roughness metal, and then all I'm doing is I have this texture, and then in some of the texture, in some of the models, so let's find one that shows it off really well. So like this, for instance, right? You might be able to, this one might show it off better. You should be able to see the color difference. All I'm doing is a gradient inside Unreal based on the object, right? So there's a transition where I'm just making this color darker based on this, right? So like this is on every single object. You can tell as I'm changing it, right? All this is reading is the object's bounds, basically. But what I'm doing is I'm taking this color and then multiplying it by another color. Specifically, I was multiplying it by something less than 1 so that it's going darker, right? So that means everything towards the ground has this little dark line. So that means whether or not I have a gradient here, I'm gonna have a gradient here. And then I make it where I divide that line so that it spreads out. But other than that, it's literally just the lighting is also flat, right? And I have like the you can't actually tell because I turned it on, turned the virtual shadows on, but where's the damn thing? Rendering. I normally have the shadow maps to this, so that the shadows are lighter. Because in the directional light, you can change. For anyone that doesn't know, the directional light in Unreal, which is now today, when you have this selected, there is a shadow option, right? So, what I do is I tell it to cast less of a was it this? Is it not updating? I think it's not updating now. Oh, shadow amount is what I meant. So shadow amount isn't set to 1. So by default, that's how Unreal looks. I have that where it's giving half the shadow so that so that it looks like we're getting more bounce lighting than we are with or without lumen. And I think that plays a big part of it, but honestly, it's all just it's the texturing part, right? Most of everything is coming down to the texturing. And then, like I was saying, so I don't mind showing you. It's then a noise texture that I have world aligned. And I'm adding that into this gradient that we get, which I don't always use the gradient. But that's what gives us the noise up close, so that everything has noise to it rather than being empty. Because when it has this little bit of noise, you get a little bit of lighting variation, especially since it doesn't have roughness applied to it. And it just adds to the detail. But like this is literally, you can find these. But I can, if you need to, I can share you a screenshot, but it's literally just this part. This is the important part, right? This is if I'm using a texture, it does this, because I have it set up so I can use a mask. But overall, it's more like I have flat lighting. Please send you the screenshot, yeah. But it's literally this. Right? You can screenshot it right now. All these is getting the world position. Right? It's then getting the object position. So it's subtracting whatever the position that we're rendering minus the object position so that we get a 0 point. And therefore, we're masking the Z out, which is blue channel. And then we're taking the object bounds and adding that to the location that we get here. And then we subtract this location from this. And the reason why is so that we can tell the minimum part of where the object is, which is what this is applying. Right? This multiply changes this bounds that this has so that we can then, our math is now based on the lowest point of the object and the highest point of the object based on the object bounds. We're then dividing this number. The reason why is if we didn't, we would have just a flat line of above bounds, below bounds. So I divide it because then we get it to spread. And that's why my transition height. And this is based off the bounds as well. We're just multiplying from the bounds. And then times 2. So that would be the bounds. That would be the top of the bounds. And then that's all it is. It literally, all this is for the gradient. You don't even necessarily need this if you're actually texturing something. Other than that, you can use vector colors, you can use whatever you want. None of this matters, right? And then this is just for me to offset lighting. So, all this is a simple node to control the brightness of the material, the saturation, and that's it. Or technically there's a hue shift in there too. I don't use the hue shift. But if we needed alternates of this, we could literally just say hue shift and then hue shift this material as much as we wanted. So it's nice. Oh, also add on Twitch. I forgot to call it out. But it's nothing crazy. And I recommend anyone do it. Like, even that part's not important, right? Like, because this doesn't have any of that. Right? This is just a material. But it still fits in with the world, and it's just because art direction. Art, you have to have some sort of, like, set rules for yourself when you're doing art. And everything you're doing. Like, that's why I don't mind sharing my materials. You're not going to see anything. Do you have a link to the Unreal Source version? I do not recommend it if you do not know at least some programming or ways to fix more advanced issues, because you can severely break your project. But if you do want it, it's on the Unreal website. You can get the, when you download it, you just say get source. You like to try. Have you ever compiled a project and do you have 300 gigs of space available? Because you have to compile it yourself. Like with Visual Studio. Yeah. Yeah, easy. Well, I'm saying it's not so easy when it spouts out a problem and you gotta fix an issue because they haven't did the commit to it yet. That's more what I'm saying. So, like, if you're not familiar with Unreal, the components and things like that, I don't recommend it. But you can just go to their website. It's on UnrealEngine.com. The source has always been available. You just download. Get access. It's right there. The issue is it's not necessarily compatible with your like other projects, so it's not like you can go to source and then go back. But then you just choose a branch, like the 5.4 branch just branched off because they're releasing 5.4. So like right now it's buggier than it normally is because all the stuff for 5.5 that's half done is in. But that's where it would be. It'd be you just go to the download page and then you got to connect. You can't actually link it. So it's like I can technically link it and then not show you anything. Yeah. But it's a lot. But yeah, like this is literally the same thing. This is just the color. Like nothing's happening here. Crazy. It's literally just this noise, and then I added a different color over it because I wasn't liking it. So this texture is not even used. It's just a normal map that I made in Designer. That has its own setup, right? I think it just comes down to a style guide, like we were saying. Anyways, I think I'm actually gonna call it for the day. I probably should stream longer, but I wanted to go read these guys, and then I should be streaming again tomorrow. We'll see what my schedule looks like. Align the shelves? No. No. I'm gonna continue working. My peak like work hours on the game is like 6 to 10 at night, which is in a couple hours. But I gotta eat lunch and stuff. And then, but yeah, I'm gonna send you guys over to the Fin Fam. It is Eldest streaming. This is a nice little family that streams. Behave yourselves. It is a family-friendly stream. Anyways, if you guys haven't already, join the Discord. You can also follow me on social places. All those things. And yeah, see y'all later. Thank you guys for the support. Thanks for the resubscribes from our old people that have been here forever. Thanks for those bits, everything. Thanks for all the support today, guys. It really means a lot. All right. See you later. I forgot to do the end screen.